Good morning, Hosho staff, students, and families. Ya'ate abena. We're ready to start our day, so everybody please stand. Place your right hand over your heart. Our voices are off, bodies are still, eyes are on the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, March 8th. And this is our last week before spring break. And it looks like we're having some spring weather this week, so we're really fortunate. So with the start of a new week, we have some new music, some new poetry, some new art. Are you excited? Here we go. So for music, the selection, before I play it for you, I want to tell you a little bit about it. So the composer, his name is Percy Granger, and what he did was he took an old folk song and recorded it. The tune is called an Irish tune from County Derry. Percy Granger was born in Australia but moved to the United States and served in the U.S. Army Band. He was a very accomplished musician, and what he's most known for is the folk music revival. So folk music is music that is part of a culture, often from long ago, and nobody really knows the origin of it. It's just a tune or a melody that has come through for many years in a particular culture. And so Percy Granger recorded this piece from an Irish tune, and he's titled it Irish Tune from County Derry. Now on the recording, if you watch the recording that Mrs. Neff has put on our YouTube channel, there are 314 musicians from 27 countries, and it's like a big Zoom call everywhere. All these different people have come together to play this composition together at the same time. Now, for those of you who are of Irish descent, like I am, my family's from County Galway, and probably other parts of Ireland, but that's the one I've known and have visited. I've gone to where my great-great-grandmother, who had the same name as I do, was born. And that's a great opportunity to go back to where our ancestors have come from. And you know, many of us who live here have ancestors from other countries. And so we celebrate the Irish culture, start next week for when we have St. Patrick's Day. But we won't be here because we'll be on break. So we're going to celebrate now. So this is Percy Granger, an Irish tune from County Derry. Now see if it's familiar. There are words that people have put to this tune, and it's very familiar around St. Patrick's Day. See if you can tell me if you know the title of the lyrics. Did you recognize that tune? Sometimes people call it Oh Danny Boy or Danny Boy, that tune. Very popular. You'll probably hear it next week playing somewhere because of St. Patrick's Day. So we have a new artist this week also, William Adolphe Bouguereau. He is a French painter, born in 1825. His paintings are more in the realistic genre, as opposed to, remember, the Impressionist genre, where it's just sort of like a watercolor that's kind of faded, but you get the image, but his are very precise paintings. And from what I understand, the Impressionists did not really think that his technique was all that great, but when I look at his paintings, I think they're amazing. He used some mythological themes, so throughout the week we may see some different paintings that reflect that, but the painting for today is a portrait, and it's a portrait of his own children, Henriette and Paul. So he had them sit and in a very idyllic rural landscape, so the countryside. So the countryside in 1869 is when this was painted, 1869, and it's called The Elder Sister. Henriette is the elder sister to Paul, and I'm going to put something behind this so you can see it a little better and show you. I bet you this is exactly what Henriette looked like, his daughter and his son Paul. Ready? Whoops, here we go. There we go. William Adolphe Bouguereau, and this is the painting, Elder Sister. Do you see how she's looking directly at you? It looks like a photograph to me. It is completely realistic. It's amazing. If I had to draw a painting, it would not look anything like my children. So it's very talented. He's very talented. Okay, new poem this week from the second grade collection of poems. So if you were a second grader last year, you probably memorized this poem, or if you are one this year, if we had the assembly in the morning, you'd be reciting this poem at some point, I think. Discovery by Harry Ben. If you were going to write about the title Discovery, what sort of things do you think you can discover? Sometimes when we think about discovery, it's about finding new lands, or finding rare things, or finding an answer to a question, or learning how to make something new. That's what we think of when we think discovery. But the author of the poet, Harry Ben, is going to share with us that sometimes discovery can be something much, much more common and that we just don't pay attention to. So, Discovery by Harry Ben. In a puddle left from last week's rain, a friend of mine, whose name is Joe, caught a tadpole and showed me where its froggy legs were beginning to grow. Then we turned over a musty log with lichens on it in a row and found some fiddleheads of ferns uncoiling out of the moss below. We hunted around and saw the first jack-in-the-pulpits beginning to show, and even discovered under a rock where spotted salamanders go. I learned all this one morning from Joe, but how much more there is to know. Have you ever done that? Gone exploring, maybe out in the woods, turning rocks over, lifting things up, seeing some different life, some different things growing or crawling, and you wonder. And where I grew up in Maine, we used to go to the tide pools out on the ocean, and you would look in the little tide pools and pick up all the little sea creatures that came in with the tide. And when the tide went out, they were stuck in this little rock, and you'd go in and take a look and see all those things that are in there. And you would have a discovery. You can have a discovery every day. So that's the poem Discovery by Harry Ben. And we have been working on our amendments. And so 6th and 7th, the 6th one we have practiced for a little bit, and 7th is new. So I'm going to read through both of them for you today. So the 6th Amendment. In all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation, to be confronted with the witnesses against him, to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel for his defense. 7th Amendment. In suits at common law, Where the value in controversy shall exceed $20, the right of trial by jury shall be preserved, and no fact by a jury shall be otherwise re-examined in any court of the United States than according to the rules of common law. Okay, those are the two newest ones that we've been going over. So in this Bill of Rights, which are the first 10 amendments to the U.S. Constitution written by James Madison in 1791, what's the Second Amendment? A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Okay, how about the First Amendment? Say it with me. Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Good job. Okay, we do have two birthdays today. Quentin and Tessa are having birthdays today. Happy birthday to both of you. Our track team, our cross-country team, had an excellent meet on Friday. And I had the place that everybody came in, but I don't have it with me at the moment. So actually it's on my phone, which is recording this video, so that's why I can't do it. Sorry about that. But Taylor Silversmith had a great run, and so did her brother, and we had Joaquin came in, and a number of other people were on the track meet as well and did an excellent job. Martine, good job. So I'll see if I can get those results for you and give them to you tomorrow. And we have, I believe, a volleyball game this afternoon or this evening at Rehoboth. So good luck to our ladies volleyball team. Next week is spring break, so Friday is our last day here. This week we will have a few people visiting who will be thinking about being a teacher here next year. And so let's welcome them and talk to them and encourage them to consider teaching at Hojo Academy, coming from Michigan and also from California. That's all we have for today, so let's do our student pledge. I will do the good, I will learn the true, and I will love the beautiful. And I hope you have a great day today.